The public would like to know how much did the government give Cameroon as a movement not to go in for elections.
I am also part of those who think that copying is not necessarily bad.
Okay.
If a strategy will help you stay at the limelight of discussion as a political party, you better follow that strategy than to stay aloof, or than to go in an ancestral marriage with the incumbent that only cares about itself. But I would not like my comment to compare the CRM and the S.D.F. because the topic is very clear. S.D.F. at 30. It's important. S.D.F. in 30 years has a lot of books that if one was writing, then we shouldn't be able to read that even in a year. I want to say that going by Nijon Fuji, who still happens to be the national chairman of the beloved party, he toured over Cameroon 20 times in 30 years. And going through Cameroon in 20 times is not milk. I had that experience in 2018 during the presidential election when I had the honor to be invited by President Kamto's team, and going through Cameroon again is not milk. So just for visiting his brothers and sisters in other regions of Cameroon, I want to give kudos to the S.D.F. chairman Nijon Fuji, who unfortunately, because of health challenges, is in the U.S. Recently, he was granting a press an interview to a sister media that I would like to shun the name for now. And during that briefing, he told the journalist who was asking him what does he think about people who say he has sold the party and escaped, hiding behind the pretext of illness to be in the US. He told them that it is not the first time they are using sabotage in his political presentation. He said that for over 30 years, despite his aspirations sometimes to go in for parliamentary position or sometimes as a mayor, he has never won any political seats, and that can be verified. And that he has given his entire life to his party. He has never withdrawn from his party. He is still in the party, despite the fact that he lost wife and material. He recently, following the Anglophone crisis, lose over 400,000 cattle. That is a rich wealth in our African perspective. And so despite that, he is still in the party. And so that is not the spirit of somebody who has sold the party. Secondly, he has been blamed to have passed over the baton of command to a rising leader like Oshua Josie, who is running his second term as parliamentarian in the 10th legislation. And so he was saying that it was but normal that at a point in time he should be able to raise leadership in the party and give opportunity for other young people to lead the party in other difficult and fierce battle like presidential election. It's that unfortunate that the outcome was unsuccessful or as compared to the previous years, but we should be able to take stock of that situation and rather push forward the agenda of the party. Again, he pronounced himself on the just ended twin election of municipal and legislation, despite the fact that the S.D.F. will no longer have any parliamentary group due to the reduced number that they now represent at the level of the National Assembly and even at the local decentralized unit, the council. He still overwhelmed himself for the fact that it took some few individuals in the light of Weber to stand up in the National Assembly and raise echoes that up to today the hinterlands are still getting voices from this echo. I think the credit of the S.D.F. should not be limited to critics. The S.D.F. has brought much more in democratical terms to Cameroonians than any other party, I should have the ability to say this without any fear. The SDF has offered a lot. I am talking as a politician, as somebody that my life also has been in danger so many times because of my political ideology, because my business has suffered. I don't have clients because I am into politics. Sometimes people snub at me when I enter their office because I am a politician. I will not count the number of times that the SDF chairman has been snubbed. We still have fresh in our memory the Limbe saga, city key saga. It's still very fresh in our mind. That is just to name one out of 1,000. Listen, Mwambo Williams, you want us to revisit S.D.F. at 30. It's not easy to be a political party of the opposition in this country. Talk less if you have refused to wine and dine with the government. We have non-political parties of the opposition that are in alliance with the government. What have they actually gained, if not of some small ministerial privilege? I want to call some few names, like the Minister of Tourism. The name is Bello Buba Magari and Chiroma. Those are some few political parties that are in alliance with the government. But what have they actually gained in terms of substance, despite the resources that is being pumped in their party by the ruling party? So that is, I think Cameroonians should focus on what is actually important, the human rights situation, because democracy is closer to human rights. Human rights is one of the weapons of democracy. I think Cameroonians should pride themselves to have had SDF over this year fighting, helping the government to control power, rather than seeing the SDF as a failure. It is normal that the CPGM will help fuel this kind of debate, but I will not be part of that. I cannot sit here and take my mouth to contribute to the downfall of the SDF. It is normal that at a certain age, even as a leader, you start losing your influence over your subject. That is what has happened with the SDF. It will rather take grace if you see democracy in every other country. They are countries that have known political leaders of high caliber, but after their deaths, their parties sometimes have a recession period, or when they start getting old. That is what happened. That could be the case with the SDF. I'm learning. That could be the case with the SDF, but we should be able to accept that they did something in the past.
You are a die-hearted politician, and the leader of your party, maybe not too long from now, he will be aging. But some people say a good politician shouldn't go on retirement while fighting for a struggle. People criticize John Frundi for saying that he's bringing up people to take over. Some people feel that he should go in for the struggle till death. What's your take on that?
Oh, one thing I've noticed with the expectation of the populists, that is those who vote or those who expect from politicians, is that there's so much love politicians that they start thinking that politicians should be some kind of extraordinary human being. That cannot be possible. It's only God. Okay? As even I seated here, there are some people who look at me and think that I should not sit somewhere with somebody from CPDM and even take a bottle of drink. But they will never ask themselves, how do I pay transport from here to my house? Those are not things that I should come and be saying on the platform, but I would just want to make people know that politics is not war. As a politician, you also have a life. You also have a wife. You have feelings. And so it is normal that at a point when you discover that you are no more able to take the kind of decision you were taking 30 years ago, you should be able to call other young person, maybe with more resources, more connection, more opportunities to take over. Now, when it comes to leadership, it's different, because leadership goes with value and not always with money as people think. So if the case of Osha Josie was a mismatch, I don't want us to think that passing the baton of command to another person is a problem.
Dr. Busi NS, we are still looking at SDF at 30. Do you see SDF to rise up again from this mess?
It will be very difficult for SDF to rise at the moment psychologically, because first of all, SDF is a national party, we know, but it's a party that's coming from the Anglo-Saxon regions of Cameroon, and you can see the Anglo-Saxon regions of Cameroon the Anglophone regions of Cameroon are first of all in pain. Psychologically, they are in pain, they are on ease, they are nervous, they fear factor, and so on. And you not we cannot sit here and say that SDF will just rise like that. It can be an issue of paradigm shift of time with change of ideologies, with leadership skills.
Maybe new generation
a new
will come
generational
to
change can change the SDF. But at the moment, the northwest, the southwest regions are in a deep problem, the Anglophone crisis, where even government heard the national conference was held in Yaoundé, and up to today, even the issue of special status that some of the SDF leaders like Nijon Fundi went to Yaoundé, they discussed and have not even been implemented. And we see that the northwest and the southwest is still not yet stable. So political instability for now in the northwest and southwest will still keep the SDF down. So we want to say that for the SDF to rise, it's a matter of time, observation of the political limelight of Cameroon, and also changing its dynamics. So SDF needs a new political culture. It's only a new political culture that can change SDF, a new political paradigm. So a new political ideology will change SDF. And I feel that it's a matter of time.
What's your take on maybe we know there are maybe meetings, conferences, or whatsoever usually hold at the Tarinku residence of the chairman,
yes.
But this time we see it going across the Mongo.
It is going across the Mongo because why? First of all, the chairman is not first of all permanent in the country, and we feel that SDF should be able to have a conference hall, a national conference hall on their own. And if they are able to have a party house of their own, I think that it will not be a one-man's party, because the name Nijon Fundi is first of all is a good name. It's a powerful name. We should respect him for his legacy, but we think that a party is a party of the people. A party is not and we start calling a party the Nijon Fundi's party, the Cantos party. That's when you start killing your followers. Call it the SDF party, and let's see an SDF building, not a building in the residence of a chairman.
Okay, in 30 seconds, can you just talk to, maybe can you talk to the militants of the SDF? Because there's a lot going on that discourages them a lot. Some have started leaving the party. There's a lot of chaos and so on. You, as a die-hearted politician, and you are very moderate in this dialogue, what do you have to the militants of?
You permit me to justify some few things you have said here. I'm always moderate. We should be able to keep a consistent face to the people. Secondly, asking me how much Camto collected not to go for the party, not to go for the election last time wasn't a very good question. I would really like that we should wipe that from our viewers. No. We are not at that level. No. Those are arguments that the CPDM will fuel in the system. We should be able to wipe it and put by the side. Now the question you have asked me, with my very modest experience in politics, I don't think I'm well placed to articulate some recipes that might help militants of the SDF to be motivated. But I am somebody who believes in existentialism. I believe that people's situations should provoke a kind of passion into them that will desire change. If people cannot have that feeling in them, no, they should not go into politics. And I'm talking like this to all those, you know, there are a lot of opportunists in political parties. They are the one that when things are not moving there, they are in-house and they are the one sending all those negative vibes outside. Okay. You want to be surprised that some of those who are saying that Nijon sold the party are from his own political struggle. So I want to talk to those people that actually in life, you must be able to see a need and provide a solution to that, and not the other way around.
Okay. If you accept there's any other thing to add so that we get to the next topic.
Mr. Williams,
yes.
Mr. Mwambo Williams, what I want to say here is that you cannot ask a question to a CRM militant. I know there's a die-hearted militant to tell us how the followers of SDF should bounce back.
He's here like an analyst.
He's an analyst, but
yes.
He's also a militant. Know that he's representing his party too. So he's a politician, and with politics, you cannot tell him. He cannot tell you what other political parties can use to take power. But I want to tell you that for the S.D.F to gain power in this country, I already said a few things here. It's an issue of political ideology. They need to change their ideologies. It's an issue of leadership, because we are fighting against gerontocracy. Ni John Fundi has kept a legacy. Should only Ni John Fundi be the chairman of the party? Should only President Paul Biya be the chairman of the party? Should only Kamto be the president of the party? So those are things that we should say, that we should put here, that it's not only the aging that must be at the helm of the chairmanship of a party.
Must be in Jomo Seri should be coming up.
We wish that our political culture and dynamics should be changing, because Mr. Biya sometimes said that the youth should be involved in politics. And this is the right time now for the battle to be given to the youth, for them to govern their country too.
Dear viewers, for the last topic, we shall just be having some tributes to Molanjo Litumbe, who died a few days back, and he's somebody who has fought a lot for the struggle for the Anglophones and for the struggle for the Bakweri people. And so we shall just have a jingle break because we don't have time. When we come back, then we shall be giving these tributes and maybe analyze on some other things concerning Molanjo Litumbe.